Hey everyone, this week on the collection, we have a very special guest. We have Mike Ladano from Grab a Stack of Rock, and we're going to go through all the Kiss compilations on CD, and there's a lot. So let's get to it. Hey everyone, it's the Snowman with TooLoudTooOldMusic.com. Welcome back to the collection. And as you can see, we have a very special guest with us from Grab a Stack of Rock. It's Mike Ladano. Yeah. Hey Mike, how's it going?
It's going great. I notice Americans pronounce it Ladano and Canadians pronounce it Ladano. Isn't that
Oh, which
interesting?
which is it? Is it Ladano?
You know what? Let's just go with Ladano. It sounds better.
Okay. You know, with I didn't know if, it's Canada, who knows what it is.
I got
You are going to
accustomed
be the
to it.
51st state. So
We're going there right off the bat.
I'm so
No, but
kidding on that one. Yeah.
Grant Arthur pronounces it Ladano, and I'm starting to like the way it sounds.
I like it's, we Americans don't do things the normal way, do we? So, all right. Well, what we're here tonight, today, yeah, it's tonight. I'll show this at night, is we are going to talk Kiss and specifically compilations. And they have a lot of them. They don't have the most. There's bands that got, like Deep Purple probably has more. But Kiss is my favorite band. So we're going to kind of do Kiss tonight. And Mike's the only other person I know that has probably the same size collection with Kiss as I do. So
We have a lot of overlap with you edging me out slightly in quantity.
yeah, yeah. But then you have some of the more unique pieces than I do. So, which I'm excited about. So, because I know you have a couple things you have that I don't and I want. So,
Oh, vice versa, sir.
yes. All right. So we might as well kick it off from the very first Kiss compilation that came out. And that is, as everyone should know that's a Kiss fan, it's double platinum. So, and you have two different versions. You have explain the other version, the Japanese version.
Okay, so this actually came out around 1996, 1997. It came out before the North American remasters.
Okay.
My sister was on vacation somewhere, and I think England, I can't remember exactly, but she bought this for me. She
Nice.
figured that buying a double length album was probably getting maximum value. And so this was my first Kiss remaster. But I also have this Kiss remastered foil embossed. This is so beautiful. I keep it in plastic so it doesn't get
Oh,
fingerprinted,
wow.
but it duplicates the original vinyl.
Yeah.
There's the spine and the back, and this is I haven't played it. There's no reason to since I have the Japanese, but you can really see how they captured that mirror finish on this version.
They did a great job. It looks just like the vinyl.
And I bought this at an HMV store around it's one of the Mike and Aaron trips. I might have even been the very first one when I was looking for Kiss Monster.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, two treasures, absolutely, and very happy. That's one of two Japanese Kiss from this
Yes.
series I have that I own. I also own Dynasty, but that's not a comp, so we won't be looking at that today.
Yeah, mine's just the regular reissue. It's not the remaster. Because the album was in 1978. There was no CDs in 1978, so this one was probably more 80s, or maybe even early 90s version. But mine's pre remasters. I need to get a remaster one because I'm trying to now collect all the remasters, and I think I'm only missing like three or four. So I'm gonna have to duplicate my creatures and duplicate my double platinum and one other just to make. I just want them all now at this point. You get that close, you're like, let's just finish it.
It
Yeah,
is kind of nice to have the full set, and then you get all the essays by Robert Conti as well. So
yeah,
it is nice to have the complete set.
yeah. It is. Now this one came out in 1978, like I said, and then shortly thereafter, they would have done a best of solos. Now the CD though did not come out until 2020, and so and it was a Japanese only release, and we actually both have that one. And actually, this one's great. I mean, I like that they don't just do the normal running order. I mean, like here's Gene, here's Paul, and they kind of mix it up a little bit. It's really a beautiful copy. Sound is wonderful.
Fabulous.
It's got the
There's the inner
Obi's.
sleeve. The
Yeah.
inner sleeve is nice.
Yes.
And what is really important about this reissue is apparently the Japanese got an extended version of Tonight You Belong to Me that doesn't fade out and it's only on this.
Only on the yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
this was a big score for me. I just recently picked this one up, and it was one of the few that I was missing. And it's now probably one of my favorites just because of the uniqueness. I love anything with the Japanese obi strips and things like that. Um, so yeah, that one I was real excited to get. Now, Double Platinum, we talked about. I had that one, or my brothers had that one, and I actually own that one on vinyl, cassette, 8 track, and CD. So I don't know if there's a reel to reel, but if I'll have to get that eventually. But one of the
that would
first
be a
comp
double reel to reel, I bet, if it does
oh,
exist.
it would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the next compilation is one I didn't get until later in the 80s or early 90s. I since had given it away, but I've bought it back again. But it is one of my favorite Kiss compilations, and it is Killers. We both have my Japanese is a little bit different. Um, oh yeah, do the Tim Derling thing. So mine is a sticker, and it's stuck to the case. So and so I can't remove my sticker. So yeah, my back's a little bit different. Um, and when I pull it up, I don't know if you can see, but see, there's the sticker. It's stuck to it. Um, so I try not to open this one very far if I pull the CD out, but I don't really need to pull. I've got it on vinyl as well. Um, but I think there's several versions of this, and I forget it's the Rock and Roll All Night that's not on some of them.
Mine has two bonus tracks, which are Shandy and Escape from the Island. Otherwise, it has the same 12 tracks that are on my German vinyl. This version that I have was part of a Kiss collection. If you lined them all up, it would make the Kiss logo, and I think you
Oh,
have maybe another CD that might fit that. I'm not
oh,
sure if you do or not, but
we'll have
there's
to
one
check
that I
along
know
the
you
way.
have that was issued as part of this.
Oh, okay. I can see the outline of the
Yeah,
letter there. So, yeah, mine has both those bonus tracks as well. So, which is why I like that one because the vinyl that I have doesn't have those songs. So,
I
uh,
bought that one at I believe Sam the Record Man around 1995. I bought that and Judas Priest Unleashing the East Japanese Import at the in a mall.
in a
In a
mall.
mall, it's crazy.
Well,
Like
the
times
fact
have
that you
changed.
remember that is crazy.
You don't forget moments like that in your life, John.
Yeah, well, the only album I remember buying in the store was the very first CD I ever bought, and that was Survivor Vital Signs. And because my selection was only like this big of I could buy back in 1985. So it was like I didn't have much choice, but it's one of my favorite albums, so I ended up buying that one. Okay, back to Kiss. The next, the first compilation that really came out when I was a teenager and a big fan that I bought myself was Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, and mine's just a basic copy. So, and mine is,
Oh,
yeah,
we have different back covers. That's interesting.
yeah,
Mine's just a basic copy too, but mine is probably Canadian.
yeah,
Um, well, yeah. Mine's Canadian, Markham, Ontario. So
okay,
that's the
yeah.
difference.
But this one, they had two new songs, um, which are both absolutely horrid. Let's Put the X in Sex and You Make Me Rock Hard. They were both Paul Stanley songs because Gene was pretty absent back then. Uh, they're just, it is just two horrible, horrible new songs. And the other thing, they have, is this the one? Is Eric Carr the one singing on this one?
Afraid so, John. Afraid so.
Yeah. And I don't even see it on here. Oh, there it is. There- Yeah, I don't know. This was just, it's a
And
good compilation.
the vintage songs, a lot of them were remixed as well. Like that version of Love Gun that has, Ace Frehley's end solo that just kind of goes on with nothing over top of it. There's some cool stuff on here. It's not great, as you said, but they were desperate to go and make some money because they were. If you read the book Kiss and Sell, they were really broke at that point. They were
Yeah,
really in financial dire straits.
yeah, yeah. It was, they were close to being the end, I think. Yeah. So,
You know, if I may say so, because we're at this point of the story, I was terrified at this time that Kiss were breaking up. There was always rumors in the magazines, and then Gene Simmons made this solo appearance on Much Music to promote his new record label, and he was barely talking about Kiss, and I was like, "Oh, it's over.
it's
It's
over.
over." And it
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
like it was. It really did.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking the same thing because I had gotten back into them. I guess Creech, when I was a kid, my brothers were into them, and so I was into them. But then, around Unmasked and Elder, I was starting to hit my teen years, and Kiss wasn't cool. But then Creatures came out, and no one else liked them. But Creatures, man, it sucked me back in, and I haven't stopped since. And I think now I'm more crazy with them because now, I'm older. I have a job. I can afford to buy stuff. So, yeah, now I've kind of gone nuts with it.
As we'll see as we go.
Yes. All right. The next one I have. Um, oh, I did include Kiss My Ass in my pile. Sorry about that. Anyway, the next one I have is Chikara.
Yeah,
Um,
now that's the one that I think may match my side, my spine, maybe.
no.
Okay. So you have a different. Okay.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get that. That's gonna be blurry. But no, it doesn't have anything on there like that. It's just white lettering with Japanese Chikara down the side. Um, and this is the back cover. This one, I love the CD.
That's a
So,
thing of beauty. I don't have this
yes.
one.
Um, and, and the booklet's got both Japanese and English in it. Um, this is one of those, this was a holy grail item for me. Um, I mean, it's not that it's hard to get. It it's just took me a long time to break down and want to get it, because it's not an easy one. It's not a cheap one anymore. But it's not terrible.
No, it is not cheap. I saw it once for about 30 or 40 bucks at a Dr. Disc in I think Hamilton, Ontario, and I bought a bootleg copy of Carnival of Souls instead because that wasn't out and there was no
That
way we didn't know it was ever going to come out. So I bought the
no.
bootleg Carnival of Souls instead of the official Chikara, and John, I'm like kicking myself.
So, yeah, Chikara came out in 1988. It actually, I have it in the wrong order because it actually came out before Smashes Thrashes
That's
in
right.
here.
Smashes and Thrashes was kind of their answer to Chikara. They're like, "Hey, we can do this too."
Yeah, so this was a Japanese only. They did this probably in March or May or something, and something that begins with an M. They did it in May of 1988. I guess it did really well over there, so they did the English version or the American version or European version, however you want to say it, with Smashes. So yeah, so I'm out of order, but still, this is a really cool one to have. And it's got, it's got old songs, it's got new songs, and it does seem to lay heavier on the newer tracks of the 80s, which is awesome. So if you want a good 80s greatest hits that's better than Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, then this is the one you want. So
And doesn't it have that remix of I Was Made for Loving You as well? I think that might have been the first place you could get it.
it doesn't say it on here that it's a remix, but I think you're right. It does have that one on here. Um, but on the labeling itself, it does not have it. Um, but it doesn't mean that's not what it is. And I'm sure that's the one that, yes, it is a remix. And Creatures is the 19, Creatures, I Love It Loud, and War Machine are the 85 mix and not the original.
Right,
So
that makes
I
sense.
forgot about that. Um, but that one is another one of my favorite ones to have. So, and I didn't mean to include this one. It was in my
Right.
stack. It's Kiss My Ass, the tribute album.
And they're
which
technically on it. They're on the Garth Brooks version of
there
Hard
are on
Luck
the
Woman.
Garth Brooks. Yeah, I didn't mean to put it in here, and I told Mike I wasn't going to, so I'm taking it out. We're not going to talk about
Well,
that one. Okay.
it gives me a chance to show off what might be the rarest Kiss compilation that I have. I have never seen this ever again. This I'll read the track listing for you too, but this is basically all the live stuff that was on the Kiss My Ass video.
Ugh,
So we have Love Gun, Parasite, Do You Love Me, Radioactive, She, New York Groove, Hooligan, I Love It Loud. Hang on, and then I just got to move my cursor over so I can read what comes after I Love It Loud. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, John. There's something else. I think I, could that be
it
studio
could be.
version of and Black Diamond.
That's awesome.
Spread over 4 tracks with Paul and Gene doing like narration between the tracks, stuff like, we have a new video out. You can buy it in your local store. And if they don't have it, talk to them, tell them to get Kiss My Ass and and we're the greatest band and we're doing this tribute album to ourselves because we're so great. And we've been around for over 20 years now and we're great.
Yeah, that sounds about
You
right. Yeah.
you know exactly what I'm talking about with that. So I am curious if any viewers are going to go and look this up and see what it's worth these days. Oh, I'll show the disc too, because it's really nice.
Oh, that's cool. That
And
is awesome.
I might have paid like nothing for this. It was a promo that came into the store. Oh yeah, it is because I wrote it down on a piece of paper. It's So that's the studio version, not the live version, because that was on the video, the DVD.
That is pretty cool. I have never ever seen that before. So I'm a little bit jealous.
The thing is, John, it's so thin, it disappears in your CD collection. So there have been times I panicked and I'm like, where is
Where
it?
to
Where'd it
go?
go?
I could see that happening. So that would have been what, 1994, I guess? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
94, 95. I
Yeah.
think the video came out about a year after the album, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be around 95.
Okay. That's pretty awesome. So, um, well then I guess then I have what am I out of? Why am I out of order here? So I got a couple things out of order and I'm trying to get them really back into order here.
Well, I'll tell you something, people. While Jon Snow gets his stuff in order, let me hear it for the collection. Woo!
Where did
Sometimes
it
on the
go? I'm
Contrarians,
missing.
sometimes in the Contrarians, I'll break into a Paul Stanley impression if I'm presenting a Kiss album. So that seems to be a popular thing.
Well, that sounds like that would be good. I cannot find. Oh, I didn't include it. I was going to say you wanted the best, you got the best, but that's a
Right.
live compilation.
It is a compilation. It is live. This is a Japanese version with New York Groove on it, and it's not the same New York Groove that was on the last one, the Kiss My Ass on the Radio. And this is the original, I guess you'd call that original burgundy and yellow CD case that I've got several of these that I nicked from from the record store back in the day just in case it broke. But there you
That's
go.
that's awesome. I found mine. Here's mine.
All I'm
Uh,
missing is the Obi strip.
Mine is actually a club edition on just a clear case, but I do love that cover. It really pops. So, and we're going to see these faces again, I think, really soon in another compilation. Um, all right, let's see if I can get back in order again. Here we go.
Well, needless to say, because we saw that last compilation, Kiss have reunited, and we've got the original lineup back together. And this is when things start to get a little crazy for compilations. We got like two, like one after the other.
Oh, wait till we get to 2008.
Yeah, then it really goes crazy. I think some new record deals were signed at some point, and they started. Well, we'll get there. We'll get
We'll
there.
get there. We'll get
But
there.
they
So,
are now reunited, and they're promoting the crap out of the original lineup catalog.
correct. And which brings us our first one, and that is Greatest Kiss. So, and is yours signed?
Okay, so I have an episode that I just put up on my channel recently, and one of the first topics that I discuss in that is fake Kiss autographs, which is
Okay.
what this is. It was a gift from a friend who bought it at like a mall kiosk. I don't know if you had those in the 90s where at Christmas time they'd pop up in the middle of a
Yeah.
mall and you could buy autographed Schwarzenegger glossies, and none of them were real. But my buddy didn't know that. And this is not real. Doc McGee said at the time that the band will not sign full sets of autographs for fans. So this is not real. It's not. I'm
It
sorry.
looks cool.
But this is just the domestic version, which I didn't have on CD anyway, so I was grateful to get it because they all have different track listings. This one here is the European that came out. This is the first one that came out. I bought this on import for like 30 bucks or whatever it was at an HMV store, digitally remastered. That was a big deal, right? This came out
Yeah.
before the remastered series. This was sort of a precursor to the remastered series, so we could hear what they were going to sound like. And then this one is the Japanese. And
Okay.
the main reason to get this album in one of these versions is to get that live version of Shout It Out Loud. I think it's also on the Kiss box set, but that's where it originally came from, and it's not really live.
Yeah, mine is a just a simple another club edition. So, not that I bought it as a club edition, but um
I should point out that virtually every Kiss compilation that we've looked at so far, they've at least given the old fans something of value. Double Platinum was largely remixed.
yeah.
Smashes Thrashes had the new songs and largely remixed. We are still in a time period where Kiss were giving you something to buy with the new compilations that you didn't have before, but this will change very soon. But we're
Oh,
still we're still in golden territory where they're like, "Hey guys, here's a track you don't have."
well, that actually changes for the next one I have in my list though. Yeah. From 1997, a UK only. This is Kiss Greatest Hits.
This is a weird one,
It
isn't it?
is.
I think this was like a TV, as seen on TV or something like that. Mine has a Made in England sticker on it. I bought this, I think, off of CD Now.
Oh, okay. Mine didn't
Um,
have the sticker, but definitely it does have a nice CD.
and what's crazy about it is that opening track. Look at that.
I know,
I
Crazy
under,
Crazy Nights.
but that was a hit over there, I guess, right?
It was. It did really well over there. It didn't do well
And then
here.
God Gave seemed to be a song that they would carry on to these compilations, even though it's not from the classic lineup either.
Yeah.
But there's cool stuff on here. Like you don't see Plaster Caster very often on comps. Shock Me, you don't see it very often on comps. So
Yeah,
this is
no,
a really good
it's a good
selection.
track list. They don't do too much in the 80s, but you do get a couple songs. And I was stunned when I saw Plaster Caster. And Sure Know Something doesn't pop up all the time either. So yeah, this one's a good one. I think they did, smashes, not smashes, but the greatest kiss was one thing. And then why I think you're right. It had to do something with a promotional thing over there of why they released this one.
But
Um,
it's official, and that's
it's
why I
official.
bought it way back in the day.
Yep. I didn't know about it till not too long ago. Until I decided that's it, I'm gonna just get them all. So, all right. So what was that? It was 97. So now we're to 2001.
Right. So we have this one, which I will now tell the story of. Hit
Yes.
Collection 2000. Now look at that Kiss logo. You see anything wrong there?
Yeah, that doesn't look right.
Right. So question the officiality of this. This is still sealed. I've never played it. There are three bonus tracks, which are from the Psycho Circus live bonus disc.
Oh,
So those are, Into the Void live. You
yeah.
recognize that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But this comes from Russia. And back in the used CD store days, we had this Russian model named Sergey who would come in with dozens of these Russian greatest hits. And
Nice.
I had one from Europe. I had one. He had them from every band, and they would always throw on these weird bonus tracks. So that's what this is. This is Russian, and it's definitely of questionable officiality. But there you have it. Hit Collection 2000. If I wanted to hear it, I could just make my own digital track listing on my computer. And
I
we can't see the fine print,
was about to say I
but
should have zoomed you in on that one.
it's okay. Anyway, for those who want to question the legality of it, its copyright in this sound is owned by ES Records Limited, 2000, all rights reserved. Unauthorized copying, reproduction, hiring, public performance, and broadcasting prohibited. Made in the EU. Made in the EU. I don't think Russia's a part of the EU.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Yeah,
think I think
that's
there's some
cool.
misleading information there.
Then we're going to talk a little bit about 2001, the Kiss box set. We have different versions. I have the little version in the box with cat hair all over it, and you've got the guitar case. So yours is much better.
Well, the music's identical. We have the same
Oh yeah,
five
the
CDs
music's
inside.
identical.
And I think the CDs themselves are identical too, because they come in jewel cases.
Yeah.
There's the track listing that came on the back, which I've managed to keep, even though it doesn't fit inside anywhere.
Mine has the track listing still on the back. So, but it's what is it? 5 CDs? Yeah. And
Five
then
great
there's a
CDs, if
book.
I may. Yep, mine has the book as well, in hardcover. I'm just going to see if I can get you a good view of the inside.
Yeah.
The problem
Okay.
is the discs on the top, the two on the top, love to fall out. I think we both still have the same letter. Here it is, all the pleasures and treasures of 30 years. Um, and here's my book, which is hardcover, as I said.
Yeah. Oh, yours is hard. Mine's not a hardcover.
And I also just threw in some other stuff in here, such as this Kiss catalog that you would get when you bought certain things. But yeah, it's a very nice box set, as you can see.
Yeah.
And the only flaw is when you open it, those two top discs fall out immediately.
I
But we
can
have the exact same music. Otherwise, it's there's no bonus tracks.
correct. Yeah. But I mean, it's this is a great set. There's a lot of unreleased tracks.
Still
It would take
unreleased
us
of
a whole episode just to walk through probably those discs and stuff. So we'll just keep it high level there.
yeah, and a lot of those tracks are still unavailable anywhere else.
Yeah. So that one is worth at least getting my version. The version you have, and I kick myself because a couple years ago I was down in Wilmington, North Carolina, and they had that one still sealed, and it was only 150 bucks. And I should have bought it because now you can't get it for under 200,
I
250 or
I
whatever.
think that might have even been less than the original retail,
Wow.
maybe.
Yeah.
I bought it obviously mail order. I think it was Amazon or whatever. There was one other thing I wanted to say about it, but oh yes, and of course there's the even bigger version that was like 2 grand that comes in like a guitar-sized guitar case that came with a gold record.
Yeah.
That would be another holy grail to find.
Yeah. I've never seen that one before. So that would be cool. So, all right. So then next we're in 2002 and we have the very best of Kiss. So,
Now, I consider this to be kind of the first one where they didn't give you anything extra because the other greatest hits, I don't even know if Gene Simmons knows that exists. This
probably
one,
not.
Kiss definitely were involved with this.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I
And
like
for the
when they put
first
the,
time, no additional music that you didn't have before for the real first time. And that was disappointing to me. And I felt like an idiot buying this. And my coworkers at the record store teased me for buying the same damn songs all over again just to get a new album, you know?
well, that's for me, that's the rest of my collection. The rest of
Right.
everything we're going to discuss pretty much.
Yeah, because I mean, there weren't many studio albums after this. And the compilations start to get really, well, let's go.
Let's go. All
What's
right.
next?
And
What's
we're going to
next?
go to 2003. Um, and this is the start of money grabs. And this one's label money grabs because I don't think they know much about these.
Right,
So the first one we have, it's the Millennium collection.
right.
This is volume one.
I like these. I
I
buy these
do,
for all kinds of bands.
and I like these the way they did them for Kiss because this first one here is only the 70s.
Hmm. And look at that.
Um,
I love that picture too. I really love that picture.
so and there's another great picture in here. Look how old that one is. Um, and then the CD. There's only what 12 songs, so it's not a
Yeah.
all-inclusive, comprehensive collection. But if you just need a short little time listening to some stuff, this one's not too bad.
And it has
Um,
Christine 16 on it, which is you don't see that on all the compilations. So that's a nice extra sort of bonus for listening to this one.
yeah, yeah. So I agree. That one you don't see that one. And then the next year we got volume two, which covers the 80s. And then look at that cheesy outfit. Damn, it's just great live shot on the back. Great. It's nice to see Mark St. John get some love there on that picture.
Yeah, they
Um,
easily could have used a Kulik picture
yeah,
easily.
but I guess with Kulik on the front and the back, It was very pretty nice of them to do that. And they didn't do a Vinny though.
Well,
Unless he's inside. We didn't open up the booklet to see if he was in there. But this one is the 80s. And so, again, I think it's 12 songs. The only crappy song on here is Hide Your Heart.
whoa, John,
You know
shots
I hate
fired.
that song.
It does go into, yeah, 1989 is the last song here with Forever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so the first one covered the original lineup up to I Was Made for Loving You, and then this one kind of jumps. It skips a few albums.
It does. We get really nothing from Unmasked and nothing from Elder. So, and then
But
of course no solo songs.
at least it acknowledges some of these 80s albums. And you don't see Thrills in the Night too often either,
No.
which is weird. They seem to really dislike that song, even though it's my favorite on Animalize, but
No, it's one
whatever.
of the best on Animalize.
I find Kiss to really be critical of some of their own songs that I don't agree with them on that,
Yeah.
especially Paul. Paul will be like, "Oh, this 80s song that I wrote was garbage. You could tell I was trying at least." And I'm like, "I love that song, Paul." Like, I'm a Legend Tonight from Killers might be a good example. Paul would disown that song, and I think it's great.
Oh, and that one and Nowhere to Run. Those are my two favorites on that one. But we should have brought that up. But you're right,
Well,
they are very critical and they don't, and that's why you don't hear a lot of songs that we really should hear. But
yeah,
they're just, yeah.
100%. And yes, Killers did have 4 studio tracks on it that we forgot.
Did we even not mention that? That is
I don't
awful.
remember mentioning
Yeah.
that at all.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if you want to fix it in the edit, but they are interesting in that Ace Frehley doesn't appear on them, and they had all kinds of other players.
Yeah.
I've heard a rumor Robin Crosby from Rat played on some of those songs, but I doubt that's true.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Um, all right. 2004. We're still in 2004, and we actually get, I think, one of the best compilations out there for me, and that's Kiss Gold. It is a two CD set, um, and it is, I mean, it is a pretty comprehensive collection of Kiss songs. Now,
And look what's
granted, there
on
is
there at the
nothing.
very end: "Nowhere to Run" and "I'm a Legend Tonight."
Yeah, the two
So
songs
yeah,
we just mentioned. See, it worked out
right.
perfectly.
"World Without Heroes," "Talk to Me," "Shandy," all songs from every solo album.
Yep.
Um, "Love Gun," "Christine 16" again, "I Stole Your Love." Yeah, this is a good one. This one has what you would probably consider to be deep cuts, I think. Some deep
Yeah.
cuts.
This to
Um,
me is one of the best ones they've ever
and they
released.
didn't even do it.
They
It's not
didn't
even,
even do it. It was the
this is some
stu
guy in a suit.
Yeah, who actually apparently knew what the heck he was doing. To have some of these songs on here. Now, granted, it's up through Killers. Um, so it is just the classic, mostly the classic Kiss lineup, but it's solid. It
And
is
that was
solid. It is,
probably a mandate. That was probably an instructional that came down from on high, limit it to these
yeah,
makeup years.
yeah, probably so. So, well, then we did skip a couple years before they had a greatest hits, but in 2006 they went back to the well and did a compilation for this is volume 3 of the Millennium collection, and this one is everything from Revenge up to the Detroit Rock City um, soundtrack. So they have right to the Detroit Rocks. They have the one song from that, and then they've got Psycho Circus on there. I lost always.
And look how the inner tray design changed. The previous ones that I showed had the Kiss discography there. And now we have just this one little photo of Kiss from looks like Carnival of Souls era.
Yep, I like the Revenge picture. So, and then the classic reunited lineup there on that one. So, yeah, and again, I like the fact that you take these three, you got each era really of the band. Not a ton of songs, but you play
Still
them all
12,
together, and it's not a bad little set.
but get this, John. Coming Home live. That's a rarity. That's on the Japanese version of Kiss Unplugged and I believe the box set only. So you
Yeah,
get that. And of course, you mentioned Nothing Can Keep Me From You. I think aside from the box set, this might have been its first release
on
on a
a Kiss
Kiss.
thing. Yeah.
So there's some value here. Domino Live from Alive 3. Hate,
Oh
Childhood.
yeah,
There's an it,
hate. I mean, you would never expect to see that one.
but yet you don't get Jungle.
I know. I like Jungle.
It's an
I like
interesting,
master and slave too, but
yeah. There's some that this is the first one where I'm kind of like, I don't know if they really got what some of these albums were about because Childhood's End is not a greatest hit. It's not. I'm
no, it's
sorry.
not. But
So I would be critical of this track listing, and I wouldn't have any qualms with the previous two that we looked at.
all right, so in 2007, I don't think you have this. And this is disc one. It is, let's see if I can read that right. Horror Pro Music Publishing Collection. If I'm not mistaken, this was a box set that had about 8 CDs in there. The very first one was Kiss, and it's a compilation of the Kiss songs. So it's not an official Kiss release per se, but it's part of a promotional box set that was really you can find them out there. It's really hard to. But yeah, this was disc one of a limited promo set. So it's supposed to be with a bunch of others. It's not supposed to be sold on its own, and I was able to find it on its own. And the rest of it's not a bad. It's just old music, stuff I'd probably never listen to. So I'm kind of glad just to have this. But I think inside it gives you a list of the songs and everything, songwriters, and then that's the disc of it. So this was just something I came across one day and was like, "What the heck is that?" And because I had Kiss on it, I bought it. Uh, but yeah, it was just completely unexpected. I had to research it to figure out what the heck it was and where it came. And apparently, it was on Discogs, and that's kind of how I was able to track down and figure out what it really was and go that way.
So is it originally a promotional item?
It's a promotional item, yeah.
So that leads to me to a second kind of not a question because I don't think either of us can answer it, but you got to wonder what that box set was made for. What was the purpose of it? Was it a gift that they were giving away to clients, to family, to employees? Like it makes you wonder why they would put together such a weird box set.
Yeah, let's see if I wrote up something on it a while back, and let's see. Here it is. Um, and I'll see. I can't remember exactly what I found, so let me see it here. Okay, here we go. It is 8 track or 120 track 8 CD album set issued by the music publishing arm of Horror Pro Entertainment Group to illustrate the diversity of their song catalog, comprising of 4 various artist compilations of hit country songs, classic rock songs, and an individual disc dedicated to the Emerald Forest subsidiary with Jerry Reed, REO Speedwagon, plus a 13-track Kiss collection exclusive to this set. Custom disc printed
Wow.
full color pictures housed in a cardboard box slipcase with a 16-page booklet. That's the bio I found on it after doing my research. So,
I'd be curious to see that. I'd
yeah. And
I'd
I
pick
think
that
there's
up if
one
I
on
saw it.
eBay. It's like $190.
That's not bad for 8 discs. I mean,
Yeah, and
even
a
the
promo rare I mean it should be fairly there probably aren't a ton of them out there.
so what you do is you buy that and then you pawn off the REO Speedwagon disc to Tim Derling for a lot of money.
And pay most of it back. That is an idea. I like that. So,
So that is now, I think, the second treasure that you have that I would want for my collection.
all right. We are now, drum roll, to 2008, where there are 8 greatest
Oh,
hits compilations released in one year
this is
across
get,
the globe.
we're getting nuts here.
Yeah. The first one I have is the 3 CD, the playlist. What's it called? 3 CD playlist plus. What this is, do you have this one?
I don't think so.
Okay. What this basically is the Millennium Collection CDs, Volume 1 through Volume 3, repackaged.
Okay, that's why I didn't buy it then.
Yes. So I bought it just because I had to, you know. I figured it was one of those, I was close to completing the collection, and it is a nice little setup. It's got a bunch of great pictures, but it is a digipack. Each CD is just a different color, and it does fold out to. There's the 3 CDs, and there's a little sticker that was on the cover across the one. But it is basically those 3 albums repackaged for a different set. And this is we're talking Universal music. All of these I think coming up are basically Universal music. So there is there are two in 2008 that are out of the Ukraine that I do not have. One is the Best of Kiss, and it has this cover, but it's a single disc compilation. And the other is called New Collection. I've never ever seen the New Collection one come up ever. And the Best of Kiss, I think there's one on Discogs now. I just haven't bought it. It's 25 bucks plus shipping.
Right.
So,
And you got to
I,
remember that as much as we love Kiss and love collecting, we're buying music we already own. So you have to weigh that when you're paying
yeah,
25 bucks plus shipping. You
yeah, it's
know,
like, all
you're
right, is there anything out there I want to buy right now? Oh, I want to get this, I guess. But if there's nothing I want to buy, maybe I'll go and grab one of those. Yeah. It's how
exactly. And that's the story behind a lot of these Holy Grail items that we've purchased, which is it finally was time and, lightning struck when we had the money.
yeah, exactly. All right. Next is this one is Canada only, and it's the Green Series. So we have the Best of Kiss Green Series. And I only learned about this one because of my buddy here, Mike. And he had a post of all of these things. So, what the Green Series is the record company was doing a environmentally friendly series of greatest hits. All the paperwork, all the paper cardboard is recycled. Even the CDs on green. Um, there are 15 tracks, nothing, we don't have already. Um, it is just, it's just part of a series. Oh yeah, I didn't pull the disc out, but that's what the disc looks like. It's not a bad set. It's pretty much all 70s stuff. Um, no, they do have Lick It Up. Rather odd to throw that one in there.
And it's weird
Um,
to see Got to Choose on a compilation as well.
yeah.
There's Christine 16 again. Maybe it's not as uncommon as I was implying earlier, and there's Shock Me again.
So, oh.
King of the Nighttime World is another one that doesn't always turn up on compilations, and that's on here.
Yeah, that's on
So,
here. And they do put it next to Detroit Rock City. But
and
sometimes I've gotten compilations where King of the Nighttime World's on it, but it's not next to Detroit Rock City. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
no, I agree. But, so this is an interesting one. I can't recall for the life of me what any of the other Green series are, and I never bought any of the others, but it's an interesting comp. And as I said, with these weird inclusions, sometimes you do get a unique listening experience.
Yeah,
So,
you do.
it's only when the actual track listings are repeated, like on that last one you had the playlist, where that's where I've passed because I already have that track list.
Yeah, yeah. And I debated it and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I only need I still need two more to have everything that's like on Discogs. Now that's a CD comp. We've skipped over compilations that are only on cassette or LP.
Or
So
vinyl, yeah.
yeah, that's why we haven't talked everything. We're only talking CDs here. All right. So the next one I have is something I used to do when I was a kid, and we'll talk about it. This is Icons. To me, this might be the best compilation they've ever done as well. Um, it is 4 CD set. Each disc is a member of the band and there's songs. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's goes to there, and then it folds out. You get all the, and it folds out more. It just, yeah, I mean, it's impressive little set here. Um, and each disc is colored off of the artist. Like if it's Paul's, it's purple, the routine, and Gene is red. But each disc is each person. So what's really cool is you get an ace. Now, the easy part for the people that created this disc was picking Ace's songs and Peter's songs because they only have so many songs. But I used to do that when I was a kid. I'd make a mixtape or something and only put Ace's songs on there, or Paul's or Gene's that were my favorites. And that's what this does. The hard part, though, for Paul's and Gene's is picking the right songs because they do have a lot of songs to choose from. But I thought this was a brilliant idea. I really only listened to the Ace and the Peter one because you know Paul and Gene are on most of the albums anyway. So
I'm
um,
just looking at this, and I think Ace and Peter are the only ones that have Psycho Circus songs.
yeah, well,
And
because they only have so many.
right,
Yeah.
And Ace also has Dark Light, which that's a great inclusion there. So yeah, like you said, due to, limitations, you get some cool picks.
Yeah. And I wasn't a big fan of Peter's solo album, but Peter's Kiss songs are great. So I think this is a one that they knocked out of the park.
And it should
And
be
it,
said, on these albums, you get these Peter songs and Ace songs that were written by the other two guys sometimes,
sometimes, yeah.
but it's all about the vocal, not the writer, as to how it's organized.
Yes, yes. So, but no, that one's a great one if you guys ever see that one out there. Then we get another interesting little collection called Playlist Your Way. Um, and it's a very little digital, a very, it comes with this little card, and you can scan the card or download something, and it's ringtone, I think. Both our cards are still intact. Uh, Very cheap packaging otherwise. Um, 14 songs. It's 80s and 70s Kiss. You do get Lick It Up Again, All Night. Christine 16 popped up again. You get Forever on this one. So this might be one of the few that we've had Forever on. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I only bought it because it is what it is, and I got it cheap.
I
Um,
like the packaging, even though, like, I'm never going to use that card, but I kind of like that's neat.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And it's weird to see All Night on this, which I bought at Walmart, I think. But yeah,
Oh man, Walmart carried that? Wow.
I think so. Like, where
Okay.
else would I have bought this?
That's true. All right, so what do we have next? We're gonna skip over a live 35 best of because it's a live album. Oh, you have the box. I have the box set over there. I didn't do those because they're full albums. All right, 2008. We also had this one.
Yeah, something of value here.
Yes, I'm gonna try to pronounce it. No, I'm not even gonna try. Jigoku-Retsuden. It's a new recording best of. It's a Japanese only release. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it also has a Kissology special. So it's got a live show from one of the Kissology videos
Yeah, on a DVD though, not a
on a
CD.
DVD,
Yeah.
which is nice. Um, I mean, it is just really nice packaging. Double CD. I got this in there to protect the CDs. Um, and then one in the back. There's the DVD. Uh, but if I'm not mistaken, the CD itself is in shoot.
It was included as the bonus CD in the Walmart edition of Sonic Boom.
Thank you very
But it
much. I
was
just drew a complete blank on that.
it was retitled though. It wasn't called Root Segun
No, it
Jikutsu or
wasn't.
anything.
It
It
was
was
just a
called Kiss
greatest.
Classics or something.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
whatever.
Which so I had it, but I mean, come on. How could you not look at that? Japanese lettering, the
The
obi
silver
strip.
foil is very nice.
Yeah,
It's
it is. They did a really good job on the packaging. Now, what do you think about the music on that one?
I never listened to it. The rawness that it was inherent in the original versions is gone.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it's super polished or anything, but it's recorded with modern technology. And of course, the lead vocals are different because of the age, 35 years or however much time has passed. So I never play it, but God bless them. They've got songs to include in TV commercials and other things now where they get to take 100% of the
Of the royalties.
recordings. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, understandable. I get why they did it. So, all right. We're now, I think, done with 2008, but we're in 2009. And the first one I have up is Legends of Rock. Um, and I want to say this is another Canadian release.
Mine is yes, can't manufactured in Canada. Oh yeah, no, definitely because it's on a subsidiary called getmusic.ca. So
Yep, I see
definitely
that at the
Canadian.
bottom. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's which that get it's right there if you but it's hard to read. Um,
Generic back cover with a guitar that nobody in Kiss has played.
yep. And then the yellow No Kiss logo. So, but it's official. It's an official release. Universal Music. And you've noticed the theme on most of these are Universal music. Universal just were
A lot of
milking
repeat here.
everything that they could get out of
Lot
Kiss.
a lot of repeat here with the Detroit Rock City King of the Nighttime World double punch once more and Christine again. It's so strange. Like we've
It is
seen
almost
Christine.
identical. Oh, it's got Heaven's on Fire though to kick it off.
No, that's a different one. Yeah, and then
That's
into
the
Lick It
only
Up.
thing that's really different. So, yeah, you know, money grab, but it's fine. I do like the cover of them in the Dress to Kill suits, which
I'm
I
starting to
stood there
wonder.
last year. My brother and I were right there getting our picture taken when we
I'm
were at the
starting to
final
wonder though,
show.
John, for some of these compilations, I'm starting to wonder if they have like a limited pool of songs to choose from because we're seeing so much of these weird repeats like Christine, which you'd think they'd want to steer clear of.
Yeah,
You'd
especially
think,
nowadays. Yeah.
right? So I'm a little surprised, but let's keep going.
All right. Then we get the Superstar series, Best of
The
Kiss.
biggest ripoff of them all.
Yes, this one is horrid.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love sadly, I love the artwork though.
the what?
I love the artwork though, the gold record,
Oh, the Go record's nice, but
but the CD is crap.
there's what, 7 songs?
Yeah, and they all
Seven
overlap here.
songs.
It's all overlap.
Yeah. This is a complete waste. But again, as you can see, we bought it.
Superstar series. Again, I don't know any other recordings in the Superstar series. Um, Interesting inner art there, an amplifier that nobody in Kiss owns.
Oh, but no, that's the Superstar series amplifier. So,
I hope
but
you didn't pay too much for this one, John. I paid like $6.
I think I paid 80, but we won't go there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Calling Mrs. Snow, calling Mrs. Snow.
Yeah, don't. She doesn't need to know what I pay for these things. Um, all right, so we're gonna go down. All right, till 2010. We've got the Kiss Icon series. So we have a single disc version, which I haven't opened. Is yours opened? So,
Yeah, mine's opened. I've played it.
and the only reason I
There's
didn't open
Christine
it
again,
is because there's an Icon 2, which is
which
a double
is
CD set, which the first, it's not perfectly accurate because I
right.
think the very last song is different than what's on Icon 1, and the last song on Icon 1 is moved to the first song of Icon 2, and they add a different song on Icon on the first set. But it's a 2 CD set. I'd get the 2 CD set if I was going to buy it. Um, but again, it's the Icon series, so yeah, it's you know, there's a ton of these, and I think I have a Billy Idol icon.
I think
Uh,
I have a Helix. I can't remember. These are of limited. I know I have Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. These are of limited. They're not as good as the 20th Century Masters series, as I would say.
no, they're not. They're not. So, all right. Now I've got one. I wonder if I don't know if you have this one. It's from 2012. It's a UK only. It's called, and it's a 2 CD compilation, Star Boulevard.
I don't have that, but I do have another 2012 that you don't have.
Awesome. Okay, well, I can't wait to get to that one. So yeah, here's the 2 CD set. Um, it's all the way. It's pretty much up through Alive 3 because it's got Cold Gin live on here. Oh no, that's Cold Gin 1975 live. Um, but no, I mean it covers mostly the 70s stuff, but they do throw a bunch of 80s songs. You get Forever. You do get Talk to Me, which is nice. God Gave Rock and Roll to You. Sure Know Something pops up again. So King of the Nighttime World, which is not next to Detroit Rock City. I can't listen to him any other way. It has Anything for My Baby, which is one you never see
Never.
on a compilation. I Want You. I Stole Your Love. I'm trying to see. Parasite. I love Parasite. That should be on more comps. So
No
yeah.
Christine? No Christine on that?
No, it has Christine.
Oh, it
Yeah,
has
sorry.
Christine. Okay.
I was skipping over that one. But then it's got everything else that's original. But this is the UK only. But it's Universal Music. They're trying to get whatever they can out of that. All right, so 2012.
You know what? I'm wrong. I thought it was 2012, but it's 2008. But
Did we?
I don't know
Okay.
that doesn't jive with my memory. But okay, this is a compilation of the Kiss concert live albums. Kiss Greatest Live Hits 2008. Two CDs. Very good. Obviously, these are soundboards, and it tells you each concert that they were taken from. So if you want to go
Oh,
and hunt down those Kiss live albums, you can go ahead and do it. Um, I thought I'd heard that this was limited to like 500 copies in Canada, so I was really glad to get one. But I would love to get more of those Kiss live albums. I only have three, but nice collection, and they give you a good track list of a Kiss concert right there.
no,
Although
that's
ending
good.
with "I Love It Loud," which is I don't know, that's kind of weird. There's nothing to lose, which is great to have.
No, I don't think I have that one. I have. I do want to start collecting all those um songs that or the albums they did at the shows and stuff. I do want to start collecting. I have
Every
one of
once in a
those.
while, you'll see like somebody selling the complete box of them, and it's like 6 grand or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So that's not going to happen. Yeah. So all right, 2014 now, 40 years after the start of Kiss, and we get Kiss 40. Um, there are two CDs. There are two versions. This is CD, a single CD disc. Japanese. We both have the Japanese release, which is the single one only Japanese.
Um,
I can't
I
remember.
can't remember. I think that I don't remember, John. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But this does have the US version of Samurai Sun, which I think was exclusive to the white cover. I think.
Yeah, Samurai Sun. That's why I bought the single version because I wanted Samurai Sun. Oh, my back. Oh, that's the thing. But
I think
here's
this
the
must have come out around the time of the Love Gun Deluxe. It looks like they're promoting the Love Gun Deluxe there.
yeah. If you notice, mine says Hell or Hallelujah. Oh no, Samurai Song was the first song, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Samurai
put it
Sun
as the first
opens it.
song. I was thinking it was the last.
So now we finally get a compilation with Sonic Boom and Monster material on it.
Yes. And
Actually,
the single version's not bad.
you know
Uh,
what, John? My Monster came with a compilation CD as well. My Japanese 2 CD Monster came with a compilation CD as well. I wonder if I should grab that.
oh, I don't have that one. So, and then we have the second one, which I haven't even opened this one yet. So this is the two CD set, um, um,
Now
Japanese
that
edition. I can't show off this one because I don't have it open.
mine has the Obi strip is oh, there it is. Sorry, it comes
Yeah.
off. Um, this comes in a super thick jewel case. Actually, so did that Rutsedun Jugutsu or whatever it's called. They came in these
Yep.
really thick Japanese jewel cases because they give you so many extra like booklets and
The
stuff.
booklets are so thick. I mean, I can
It's
feel the weight
right.
of the this one weighs a ton.
I'm just going to pull out the booklets here so you can see what we're talking about. But there you go. There's an outer booklet, and then inside that is a second booklet. So this one here has, look at that cool hot in the shade photo. I love that
Yeah.
era. So this one here is loaded with photos, and then this one here is loaded with Japanese text. So this also has like previously unreleased material on it. I can't remember everything, but there were reasons why I wanted to own these very badly.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I
and
still don't know why mine's not open.
well, there's no rush. You'll get there.
I'll get there eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and lyrics too, apparently,
yeah.
in English. So that's
There
that's
are
nice.
Kiss 40. There are at least 40 tracks. They pick at least one song from every released album, live, comp, studio. It's they went through and picked every because I mean there's 24 I mean 24 studio albums or something like that. Then you got all the comps and stuff, and so
And
it's
check
great.
that out. They list all the members for a change.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
That is
It's nice
nice.
to see all the members listed there. That's
Yep.
cool.
And in order.
And in order, yeah, because they pay attention to some of these things. Some of these things.
Some of these. All right. No, I think Kiss 40 is an actually the two CD sets is wonderful.
It is.
But
It's a fantastic listen. It really is.
yeah. Also, in 2015, from Spain, and only Spain, we get Le Major Day. It's a greatest hits Kiss compilation. I love the magazine style cover. It's from Universal Music, so it's an official release. There's 14 tracks. Um, I'm trying to see. There's really, I mean, Come On and Love Me is good.
Christine
Christine
again.
16's there. Um, but yeah, this is just a really cool set. I just think the cover of it alone is pretty awesome looking. Just, I mean, it looks like a magazine. It's really nice.
Makes me
But
wonder
yeah,
if it
it's a
came with a
Spanish release
magazine.
I
Because
got
sometimes these
from,
things do come with magazines, and I wonder if that might be the case.
it's very possible. So I didn't notice that anywhere.
That's really
Uh,
cool.
yeah, that one I bought from a guy in Spain because you are not going to find this one anywhere here. So I actually had to buy that one. Then I think the very last, I
I have
mean,
one left, I think.
the very last compilation, and it's hard to believe it's been 8 years and we haven't received a compilation, but it's Kiss World, the best of Kiss. And again, mine's sealed because I actually have it on vinyl. I bought it on vinyl first. Um, so I have the vinyl version. So I never opened this one. Um, but again, it's got some really awesome stuff on here. Modern Day Delia, Hell or High, Hallelujah. But it's got I'm a Legend Tonight's on there. Shandy's on there. Uh, Unholy, um, Psycho Circus. I mean, they, there's not it's just a single disc, but they really spread out and covered the whole era from songs here and there. I mean, it's not the best, but it does have some songs on there that it's nice to see on there.
You want to see what you missed by not opening it? Want to see?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is it. That's
that's
it.
it.
That's it.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Kiss stopped caring at this point.
Though they definitely did.
It's yeah, I mean it's cool. Hey, we got Tommy, we got Eric on the cover. Great. I think that's the, you know, maybe the first time that we get a really good image of them on the front cover of like on a compilation like this, but
Right.
no effort put in at all, zero.
The
And
vinyl's nice.
the vinyl usually is nicer than these crappy
Yeah.
original editions, but at least the bright side of the story is that they kind of stopped focusing on this crap and started putting out those cool deluxe box sets.
Yes. Which they don't count for this episode since they're not compilations. But yeah,
But they've
and the good
changed their
news is,
focus, I think. I think they've changed their focus to giving you those kinds of things. And of course, vinyl reissues at the wazoo.
which that's a whole different story, but the good news is we're going to get a new soundboard this year and we're going to get two box sets. And I think the first box set is coming in March. So it's going to be really, really soon. We're going to get the first one. Just from what I've heard on various shows and reading articles and stuff, it sounds like it's either going to be announced in March or released in March, which would be a quick turnaround. I don't know what I mean. I'm hoping it's, what would be awesome if it would be the debut album with 50th anniversary box set and have Wicked Lester's vinyl or finally issued officially. That would be ideal for me. But I'll take anything. I mean, I think a cool Elder box set would be awesome. But I don't know. Who knows where their focus is going to be and what they're going to do. So,
The potential for disappointment is high, given some of these past releases and their price tags. But the potential for really good, valuable collectible stuff, given the Creatures box set and given the Destroyer box set, we could get something cool, maybe an expanded Alive. You know,
oh,
that anniversary is coming up eventually.
yeah,
Maybe we'll get something really cool like that. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a box set, maybe compiling outtakes from the original three. Who knows? These are my wish list kind of picks.
yeah. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But I mean, just the talk that I saw on one show that the person knows some stuff says this one will, he goes, it's going to be expensive, but it's really going to blow your mind on some of the stuff that they have in there. And so, We can cross our fingers and hope because I mean I know why last year was such a dud year because they were selling off the brand and everything, and you can't release stuff while that contract negotiations are going on. I get all that. So it's time that's all settled and done. It's time we get some good stuff coming out. So we will see. But what do you have going on coming up on your
Well,
show?
it depends on when this airs, but of course
It's
we
going to air
have
Monday.
it's going to air
Or
Monday. Okay, well then this week on Grab a Stack of Rock, we have 50 Years of Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast,
oh,
which is right over here.
the one album I
And
really know. Yes.
yes, so we're covering, some people might say the big one. Our special guest for this episode will be Jex Russell, and it is the longest episode we've done to date at over an hour. That's how much love we pour into this album. We're going to cover the B-sides and the tour in detail. And 50 Years of Iron Maiden rolls on. I'm really excited. This has been a lot of fun, and it could go right into next year, depending on how much we do.
Right.
I don't want to burn out, but we're also taking it slow. We're going to work in some breaks, and we're also working on a 100th episode. Harrison and Uncle Meat and I have just started working on a 100th episode, which will be in about 2 months.
Wow. Awesome. I can't believe it's
Yeah.
been 100 episodes.
And you were there right from the very beginning, so
Yeah.
guaranteed we'll see some clips with you in them, I'm sure.
I'm sure, oh, at least one, hopefully. Yeah.
You know what? If anything, it might be the Judas Priest box set episode. That was pretty epic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you've got the epic box set. I've got the little bitty box set.
Yeah, but that was a good one with you, and we did the cassettes, and we did Def Leppard. Who knows?
Yeah.
There'll be some anniversary clips to celebrate 100 episodes, and you were a huge, huge part of the first year and a half of Grab a Stack of Rock. So I owe you a huge thanks there.
Well, the show wouldn't be here without, me getting my feet wet with you. So, um, it gave me the confidence to just do this for fun on my own. So I appreciate that as well. And I want to thank you for joining us. It was fun going through all of these. Thanks everybody for watching. Go to Grab a Stack of Rock and subscribe. It's on YouTube. Got MikeLadano.com as well. He's Facebook, he's Insta, he's everywhere. And if you'll see everybody's shows, he's on every show. Contrarians and Tim's Vinyl Confessions, you name it, he's on it.
Sea of Tranquility. Oh
Sea
my
of
God, that
Tranquility.
was
Yes, right. You got on that one. That's pretty
yeah.
awesome. So then click like and subscribe to my channel as well. That would be great. Leave a comment. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time on the collection.